Hey y'all. Yes, I know my battery is dying. Let me put myself on here so I can see. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna wipe my face. Get my face clean. I haven't worn makeup in a few days, so I have to make sure everything is gone. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do before I start my makeup is I want to make sure my eyebrows are cleaned up, which they usually are, but I like to make sure they're clean before every time I do my makeup, just in case. I'm gonna take my mirror. Actually, I'm gonna take my spoolie and brush my eyebrows up, just so I can see the line underneath my eyebrows. And then I'm just gonna pluck my hair barely too. And I'm not gonna play music because I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, so I don't want them to take my sound off of my video, so I'm not gonna play any music, but I am gonna upload this to YouTube. Okay. It's one long piece of hair right there. Did I get it? Yep. Alright. I'm just gonna make sure I don't have anything else on my brows. My videos myself, I'm just gonna upload to YouTube. I'm gonna send everybody comment product list if y'all want me to send a product list. Make sure I send it to everybody tonight. But I just need to make sure to know what products I use first before I make it. So I'm getting my glove on. I always wear gloves. Whether I'm doing my makeup or I'm doing my client's makeup, I always wear a glove on my non-dominant hand, so that way I can put any products right here and just take the glove off. It's just, the cleanup is just way easier than having products on your hand. So get y'all some gloves. I get mine from Shein. I buy like a $5 pack, and I buy like 6 of those at one time. So now that my eyebrow hairs are cleaned up, I need to do the top. I never know. Sometimes I don't arch the top of my eyebrows, but I'm gonna just leave them because it's not like I'm really going somewhere. Hey Autumn, why can't I see these comments on my iPad? We on this. Okay. So I'm trying to look at them on my phone. But I'm gonna take some Duo Lash Glue and I'm gonna put it on like the end parts of my eyebrows. So I'm gonna leave this part clear. I'm not gonna add nothing to the front part. And I'm just gonna brush the Duo Lash Glue through my eyebrow hairs, making sure I don't touch the front part of my eyebrows, just so I can blend it later. Ooh, something's in my eye. And then after I get in the shape I want, I'm just gonna press them down and do the same thing to the other side. And then I'm gonna just press it down. Hey y'all. I'm trying to get it to show on my iPad so I can see our comments. But for some reason, it's just not showing. Okay, there we go. it hard to draw? Sometimes it does. So you can switch it up and just do like some translucent powder on the eyebrows first. Fill the eyebrow hairs in and then fill them in. It does sometimes make it hard to draw on top. You can try that, or you can try just like lighten up how much you put on it, how much you put on the eyebrows. But I started to fill in the eyebrows. Like I do my eyebrows last now, so it's just easier by the time I get to the end of the face. But try to do that. Try to fill them in first and then do the lash glue on top. Cause I found that too, which is why I started switching up how I did my eyebrows, because it was just too hard and it just took too long. It just took too long to do the eyebrows eventually. So this is weird. How did I get this to stay up the first time? Okay, now I see.
Start here?
Yes. Okay. Love you too. I'm trying to get my mascara. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, this chat won't still. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I need to get my phone. Okay. Because for some reason my iPad won't show all the comments and I need to be able to answer y'all. So give me 1 second. So I was stuck on doing my eyebrows first. Like, y'all gonna see how I do my eyebrows now, but that's how I do my clients. So I just go underneath exactly how I want the eyebrows to look at the end. Like I go ahead and put the concealer where I would if I already filled in the eyebrows, and then it just leaves that space for me to fill them in later. You have to find which like routine works for you, because I watched a bunch of different videos to see how I wanted to do my brows. I'll do my brows last now. I didn't at first. So maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. I always did brows last when I did my SFX looks, because I didn't like to just have the brows there while I was doing like all the stuff on the on the eyes. But now I do them every time. So I am gonna start with my eyebrows, and I'm just gonna highlight my brows. I'm not gonna do any eyeshadow on top first. I'm just gonna go through and conceal my eyebrows. I said highlight, I mean conceal. So my concealer today, I'm gonna use my Born This Way concealer in the shade Chestnut. I'm gonna use this Born This Way concealer in the shade Warm Sand, and I use a little bit of Cloud sometimes in certain areas that I need it to be lightened. So I'm gonna take my brush, and I'm going like this, and I'm just coating both sides of my brush with my concealer. And then I'm going to go directly like right underneath my hairs. The reason why I always shape my eyebrows first is so I can see a good line on my eyebrows. I don't have to guess. I like to have the eyebrows shaped up every time. Even my clients, I ask them to come with their eyebrows shaped up already. Sometimes I can do them without, but it makes it much easier to do your eyebrows if they're already shaped up, especially if you do eyebrows last. So I'm just going to take this and go directly underneath my hair. And I'm pressing the concealer brush onto my skin so I can get a really good sharp line. A lot of times if you want that really sharp line, you have to press it against the skin. You're not putting enough pressure on your brush. You want to put enough pressure that you can go right across, but not too much pressure that is taking the product off your face. And then I'm just gonna drag that line down a little bit. I like chestnut and toffee, but toffee be kind of like iffy for me sometimes depending on what tone my skin is. And I would do the same thing to the other brown, just go right underneath it. And take your time, like don't rush when you do your eyebrows. Take your time. If you ain't got nowhere to go, don't rush. And now I'm just gonna pull that line down too. And for this look that I'm doing, I'm not really gonna put any concealer on my eyelid. If I was doing like my clients or something, then I would put some concealer on the eyelid. But for this look we're doing, we're not gonna put any concealer on the eyelid, just to highlight the brows. There we go. And then I'm just gonna look straight to make sure they're even. So this one is going a little bit out and this one's curved. So I'm just going and fix it. I don't know why, because it's a little bit of hair this out of place. So it's making me think that my eyebrows are a different shape. Okay. Now that I'm here, I'm going to take a concealer brush, a dupe from Real Techniques. I'm going to take one that looks just like this, and I'm just going to blend out that line at the bottom. Blend out the bottom of the concealer. You want to make sure you're really careful. Make sure you don't go over your eyebrow hairs, so that way that highlight stays in that place and you don't change the shape of your eyebrows. I'm just going to take my finger and blend out the end. And I'm doing the same thing to the other side. For my face, when I don't do my client's face this way, I don't move on to like the face. But when I do mine and I'm just doing like a quick, really natural face, I just move on to doing my face. I mean makeup look, like if I'm doing a natural makeup look, I just move on to doing my face. And then I come back to do my eyeshadow when I'm doing my contour. But this is all I do for my eyebrows. So you see like they're already highlighted and I haven't filled them in. I'm just gonna make sure this is blended out all the way. Make sure this is here, because just like this into my crease. There we go. Okay, so this is where we're gonna start now. Can you save this out? I'm gonna save it, and I'm actually gonna I'm post this live to YouTube. So everybody, if y'all want the product list sent to y'all, y'all can comment product list. And then I'm gonna upload this to my YouTube tonight. I'm not gonna edit nothing at all. So it's gonna be however long this live is, however it's gonna be uploaded to YouTube. That's how I started doing my Facebook lives. I saved my last one where I did Autumn's makeup to and I uploaded it to YouTube. So this is gonna be uploaded to YouTube as well. So all of it's gonna be uploaded on there. Okay, so now I'm just gonna wipe underneath my eyes because it's nothing under there and I already wiped my face clean, but I'm just gonna go back and do it again. So now I highlighted my eyebrows. I'm just gonna clean my face out. When you clean your face, make sure you get your nose really well, and make sure you get on the side of your eyes, because a lot of times you got the little eye boogers right there. Make sure you get them, because you can't see them good right now. But by the time you get done with your makeup, you're gonna be able to see them. Especially because like I do black in my waterline and smoke it out, so you can really see. Thank you, Cha Cha. I should have tagged Jemiah when I live. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to prepping my face. To prep my face, I'm gonna use the Bobbi Brown moisturizer. This moisturizer is great. It already has a primer in it, but I still do primer on top. But you cannot use this as a regular moisturizer because it has primer in it. I have clients that ask me if they can just get this and use this as a regular moisturizer. I don't recommend it because it does have primer in it already. This is like for makeup, so I wouldn't recommend using it. But It Cosmetic Confidence in the Cream is a moisturizer I would recommend using. I use it almost every day when I get done washing my face. And they have different types of moisturizer. They have like an anti-aging one, they have like a regular skin and a sensitive skin one. So I'm just gonna take, shoot. Okay, thank you, sister. So I'm gonna take this, and this is just about how much I'm gonna use on my entire face, and I'm just gonna dab it all around. And then I'm gonna just get it into my skin. Make sure I get under my eyes really well. You want under your eyes to be moisturized really well. It's gonna keep that product from looking cakey right underneath your eyes. You get on the sides of your mouth and the sides of your nose, because a lot of times people have dry skin right around their nose. Make sure you moisturize that area really well. And I have oily skin, so I'm going to use a matte primer today. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, but this is the matte one. And I'm just going to put some on my glove. And also, like, makeup stains my skin, especially the color red, and I don't like to just take my chances with my skin, so I just go ahead and put it on my glove. So I'm going to take some of this and I'm just going to dot around my skin the same way I did that moisturizer, making sure I get under my eyes really well and on the sides of my nose. Just making sure y'all there's nothing. Start taking pics, get to the end of all the pictures. You done got relaxed, undressed, and then you realize all your pictures got eyewitness in it. I'm having to make sure. I can always see it by the time I get to the eyeliner on my client stuff. And then I'll just take a Q-tip. If y'all do y'all makeup already and y'all scared to just like go in the corner of your eyes, take a Q-tip, sit it right here. Don't move the Q-tip, just take it right here and twirl it. If you twirl it, it's gonna move it to the other side and it'll just twirl my boogers right out your face without messing up your makeup. Just don't press it in too much. No promise you. Come right on down. Okay, so now that I have my primer on my face, I am going to take the regular Power Grip Primer and I'm just gonna put it right here and around my nose and under my eyes. And I'm just gonna dab that on. I'm not really putting too much, just a little bit on top of that other one. And then I'm going to move on to my contour. I always do contour first. On my clients, I just do their forehead first because I don't like putting too much product on the top of the head, especially if your clients have like lace or you're wearing like a wig or something. You don't want too much product right there because you are going to have to take the makeup off. So just start with putting your contour on your forehead instead of doing foundation and then contour on top. Just go ahead and start with your contour around your forehead. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So for my contour, I'm going to take my black opal stick and I'm probably going to go in and darken this later on, but this is what I'm going to start with. Did I bring another pigment essential? No, I thought that was it. Okay, so I'm just going to take this flat brush. I really don't like to use this for my contour, but I'm going to use that. So I'm just going to take my contour and just dab it around my forehead. So I'm going to take about this much and I'm just going to go around here. I'm still not taking it all the way up into my hairline because I'm going to blend up into that area. And I'm just going to put it around here. And I'm going to start by underpainting my face. Underpainting is when you do everything and then you do foundation last. So you can do your concealer first and you can do your contour and then your foundation, or you can do your contour and then you can do your concealer and then your foundation. But I just like to do my contour first. So I'm just going to go ahead and place it around my face in the areas that I want to darken and build shadows. So my face now looks like this. I have my contour, and my contour. And I like to set all my brushes. I'm kind of like OCD about that. I set all my brushes like in order that I put them on my face, so that way I can go back and easily pick up my brushes. So for my contour today, this is the brush I've never used. Never used this, so if it don't work out, it's my first time. So this is a Morphe brush I've had for a while, but I have used this in a Morphe M103 brush. And I'm just going to use this to blend out the contour on my forehead, and I'm going to use this to blend out the contour on my cheeks. To blend out everything, I always dab. I'm never swiping anything. Please do not swipe your product. That's how you move it around your face. You put it into areas that you don't want to, and you can take the makeup literally off your face if you swipe it. So just be careful doing that. And I'm gonna just take this until I blend it all the way out so you can't see that line of demarcation. So you see, like, it's already, this is the area I haven't touched on my face. So it's dark. And it look even darker because it's darker here, but it's not as dark as it look on my phone. Let me turn my brightness up because it might be why it looks so dark too. Okay, it's not that dark. My phone was just super fucking dark for a second. So now I want to just go and blend out the contour on my cheeks. I do have a tattoo right here. It doesn't get covered up by the makeup, so it isn't a full coverage routine. This is a light to minimum coverage. You can do this routine and build it up to where it's full coverage, but when I'm just going out, because I am a heavy sweater and I get really oily very quickly, and I don't like to blot or do anything, I usually just wear my makeup, I'll just not do as much. So you're still going to be able to see some of the like blemishes of your face, and they're really dark. For me, if I have any dark spots, what is that? 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 Hold on now. Okay. I don't know what that was, but hey girl. Well, sometimes you can still see your blemishes. My moles and stuff still show through. I'll just go through and put a little black dot on top because if they're going to be there, might as well be there. And so now I'm just going to blend down my cheeks all the way. And boom. And don't forget, y'all, if y'all want me to send y'all the product list that I'm using today, I am going to send it. Y'all just comment product list so I can remember who to send it to. I'm going to make it tonight after I upload the video to YouTube. So I'm going to upload this to YouTube, and then I'm going to go through and make my product list. And if y'all don't get it by tonight, y'all will get it in the morning. It will be something y'all will have to purchase. Probably gonna be like $4 or something. Oh my Jesus. This is why I keep my stuff in order, because I picked up the wrong brush. Sorry, y'all. I just have sometimes. But anyways, I just did my foundation on top. I mean my contour. So now we're gonna move on to foundation. Not foundation. Tripping. Now we're gonna move on to our concealer underneath our eyes, and I'm gonna go back in with Chestnut. And I'm gonna make sure I keep saying it every once in a while to make sure y'all comment product list so I can remember. So I'm gonna go back in with that brush that I used to carve out my eyebrows, and I'm gonna take Chestnut from Too Faced, and I'm gonna put it underneath my eyes. I'm gonna put it on the bridge of my nose, right here on my forehead. I'm also gonna put it a little bit on my chin and right above my lip. So I'm gonna start with underneath my eyes and just dab here. Again, this is not a full coverage routine, so I'm not gonna put a lot on, but you can always take this same list, this same products, same makeup routine, and just add more to make it more full coverage. So I'm gonna bring this all the way up to my nose. This is how I'm gonna start shaping my nose to get that really snatched nose. It starts from the beginning. You wanna make sure you do everything with the intention of how you want it to look at the end. I always tell everybody in my classes to just have an intention in your mind of how you want your makeup to look. Stick with that intention whether you feel like it's going bad or good, and most of the time at the end it will turn out exactly how you like it because you didn't move from that intention, you see. So like everything is intentional. Like the way I put my concealer, intentional. Don't just be putting stuff anywhere. And this will help you build a routine so that way your makeup moves faster. People have sat and they was like, oh my God, it's going so fast. Like I had somebody who was coming, I think she came for prom. I took her like the same day, and her mom sat during her service. And she was like, you really do get done in 45 minutes. I can get done in 45 minutes. I can get done quicker too if I know your face. But I have a routine, and I make sure that I stick to it most of the time. And you will develop a routine, so don't get frustrated when you're trying new things. And just because you see it done with somebody else doesn't mean it's going to work out for you. And it definitely probably isn't going to work out the first time. So you just have to keep practicing. A lot of times people give up just when they start and they get stuff because it doesn't turn out the way they want the first time. Hey girl. Okay, so now I'm going to take this brush. This is the same brush I used to blend out the concealer on my eyebrows, and I'm just going to blend out the edges, just the edges. I'm not going to touch the inside. I'm just going to blend out all of the edges, so around here, 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 And I'm not gonna touch the area on my forehead yet. I kind of let that sit. If you want it to be less coverage, then go ahead and blend it out. But if you let your product sit a little bit, it'll blend some coverage. I mean, it'll build coverage. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna let it sit till I get done blending out the edges of the wrist. So I'm gonna blend out this all the way up into this area of my face. Now I'm gonna add foundation here later. So weird. Yeah, so we're just gonna blend it out. And I'm gonna blend out my chin area as well. And I'm gonna blend this up into my lip. And if you need more, just take a little bit down and go in. I'm gonna keep repeating, this is not a full coverage routine. So you are still gonna see some stuff through your skin, and you are not gonna pick up a lot of product. But letting the area sit a little bit on your face is how you can take a light routine and make it look full coverage still. So this is full coverage in the middle of my forehead, kind of. We're gonna blend it out. Actually, it's a bit medium because I could definitely add some more. So we're gonna blend out the edges on the inside right here. And you blend out the edges because you don't want the edges to dry down all the way, because it's gonna make it hard to blend later. So since we're letting it sit, you wanna blend out the edges. And then I'm gonna blend out the middle of my nose too. And I'm gonna blend this all the way down to the tip of my nose. I like my nose to be really skinny. I have done classes where my clients and the person who's done the like self class doesn't like their nose to be really skinny. So you don't have to do it as close as I do. Just do what fits your face shape. If we don't have the same face shape, you don't want to do it the same shape that I do. Some people's noses aren't meant to be super skinny. That's just the way it goes. I don't know what to tell you. I can do it as small as possible, but sometimes, y'all, when you try to make people's noses seem super skinny, it starts to look weird. Hey, y'all. Hello to everybody joining. Okay, so now that I have that on my face, just gonna put a little bit right here. Okay, so now that I have all of my, and I really wish I didn't use this brush because I like to use this brush for my foundation. Okay, so, but now we're gonna move on to foundation. For my foundation, because I like changed during the year, I use 2 foundations and I mix them together. A lot of people's faces are 2 foundations mixed together. It's not unusual. It doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing. It just means you have multiple tones in your face and you need multiple foundations, which most people do, especially if you go inside, outside. You should already have 2 foundations because your face is going to change during the year. So I use Too Faced foundation in the shade Cocoa, which is like my summer shade if I'm out in the sun all the time. And then I'll use Macao from NARS because it's light and it adds the right tones to my face. If I use this by itself, it's like you can tell my foundation is a little bit too dark. But during the summertime, she's down. So I'm just gonna do like 1 pump of this because it's really thick. So I'm gonna use 1 pump, and I'm not even gonna apply all this to my face. I'm just, because we are just applying it to the areas that we need, you won't use as much foundation either, so your products last a lot longer. When I'm doing full coverage, I'm doing my whole face, I'll use about 4 pumps all together. So I'll use about 2 of that one and 2 of Macao. But I'm just gonna do 1 pump of each. And then if you need to adjust, you just adjust based on like if you need to go lighter or darker. So I'm gonna mix this together on my hand first, and then I'm gonna like hold it up to my skin, and then if I feel like I need to add more, then I'm gonna add more. Which I do. And then also when I put it on my face, if I need to add more, I just adjust it. Which I do a lot of times on people's face. I'm gonna mix this together and just dab. So you see, I'm just gonna put this here. Here. and I'm gonna place it in between where that concealer and that the concealer and that contour meets. You can see right here, like it's blended, but it's not blended all the way. That's where you want to put the foundation. So I'll just dab it right here. You're gonna use this as a transition shade between your contour and your concealer. And when I'm doing people's faces, this moves like so fast. So me explaining it taking a long time, but I move so fast that you can't even tell that's the stuff I'm doing. So the rest of the foundation on my face, as you can see, I still have a lot of foundation. I am gonna dab a little bit here though, and I might put some under here because I do have dark spots. I don't know yet. So I'm just taking a little light on my brush, and I'm just gonna carve out the top part of my eyebrows. Same thing to the other side. And I really don't care if my brows are matching all the time. At least at the top, as long as they match at the bottom, I'll be cool. But that's just on my face. On my clients, it's different. Okay, so now that I have enough on my face, I'm just gonna take this and just swipe that into my contour. The same thing I'm just gonna do all around. And I think I want this to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to add a little bit more of cocoa, just dotted around my skin. Right there. And right there. And here. A lot there. A lot there. That's from my forehead. Okay. So to blend out my foundation, I'm going to take, what's your YouTube channel? It's linked in the description. So you should be able to go out on this live or go to my page and it should be linked in there. But it's Shuntislays. And so I'm just going to tap over the foundation. And for my brush, this is a brush I got from, where did I get this from? Shein? I think I got this from Shein. But it says Mayage Face Flat Brush. I've never heard a brush be called Face Flat Brush. But this is it. And I'm just going to dab around my face. Just dot. Not dot. But just pat around my face until it's all blended out. Make sure I'm blending it down. I'm going to go back and blend underneath my chin in just a second. But you see right here how you can sort of still see the placement of my foundation. That's why you don't want to let stuff sit for a long time. So if you do have that issue where you can still see a little bit of the product, just take what's on your hand, dab a little bit. You can see I'm just taking whatever is on the edges just so I can wet my brush a little bit, and I'm just gonna go over it. So I'm not really adding too much, and I just forgot a place I need to put some foundation. So I'm just gonna put some here in between where I put the concealer and my contour, and I'm gonna blend this all around. And then after I do this part, I'm going to go and blend out my forehead. And I am going to do a little bit more contouring around my cheeks and contour my nose. So now I'm just going to dab that together. Something is on my face. It's tickling for like a hair. There we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to dab and blend that out just way all into my contour. On my forehead. See, you can still see this little dot on my forehead. You can still see it. It's the little pimple I popped the other day. Probably yesterday, I think, actually. And there we go. Now I have that blended. I'm going to take my brush. And I'm actually going to see how much is on this brush without adding any more contour first. And I am going to add some more because a little bit extra. Oh, I was moving on side. That make a lot of sense, huh? Okay, so now I'm just gonna carve out my nose. And this is why I don't like using this brush for this, because I can't really see. Like, I don't know. Brush is too fucking big. Okay, so yeah, see, I've been on my eyes, and that means it. Okay, I'm gonna take this, and now I'll take a little bit onto my eyelid. Like that. Just on my lid area, not even like in my crease, just on the lid. did I just do? Okay, so yeah. Now I'm gonna take the same brush I did my contour, and I'm gonna dab right here. Just dot it a little bit and just go into my contour again. Or where I place my contour, because it can sort of disappear sometimes. I kind of just lost track of myself for a second, y'all. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my nose. I'm gonna do my nose contour with another Real Technique brush, but it looks like this instead. It's smaller and it's more straight. I'm just gonna go against my nose, and the line, as small as it get on the inside, is as small as your nose is gonna be when you get done. So I put the contour on my nose, and then I blend it to get it smaller. And so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'll blend all the way into my eyebrows. The other day my sister told me that I do my contours too harshly. Well, she said my contour that day was too harsh. But hey. So now I'm just gonna blend out the contour I put on my eyelid and use this as my eyeshadow base. Hey boo. It's so crazy because I can't really see y'all names on my phone because it's cracked. So like right where y'all names at, I can't really see until it gets like the top. But I can see the hey babe, but I can't see like the part that say y'all name. So now I'm just gonna blend this all the way out until I don't see like a super harsh line anymore. And I'm going to go back and forth between that and this brush that I use to blend out the concealer. And if I need any more contour, I don't go right into that contour stick anymore. I just go directly onto my brush so that way I don't get too much. And I'm looking on my phone just to make sure it looks okay. Okay, and so now I'm going to go back into my brush that I use for my concealer, and I'm just going to blend out what's in the middle up to my eye and right here. Do the same thing on the other side. It's going to look just like this. So now I'm going to brighten right here in my eyes. You don't have to, but I like to, so I'm going to take Warm Sand from Too Faced, and that's what I'm going to use to highlight my face. And I'm just going to take a little bit right here, right there. And there's not really a lot of product. I'm just spreading it out with my brush. Yeah. So now that that's there, I'm going to let this sit. And while this is sitting, I'm going to get my powders. For my powder, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I'm going to put a little bit onto my dental bib. I do have a dental bib right here, which is like something I use so I can just lay out products and then get on any of my stuff. And I can just ball it up when I get done. So now for underneath my eye, I'm going to take my triangle powder puff and I'm just going to dab underneath my eyes as well. Blending out the outside first and then the inside. I see it's well a lot. And this is just going to add some brightness underneath your eyes. You do not have to do this part after you add the first concealer, but I like to add a little bit of extra brightness. And then make sure I get into that corner really well. Yeah, make sure y'all comment. The new people in here, make sure y'all comment product list if y'all want me to see y'all product list today, or the link to get the product list. And now I'm gonna just dab right underneath my eyelid with my waterline, so that way I can get the concealer right up and underneath it. If you have like lax extensions, you don't have to get right underneath it, because I like to put a little eyeshadow under there. Okay, so this, and now I'm gonna take my powder. About this much, actually a little bit less. And I'm gonna tap underneath my eyes just to set underneath my eyes. And I'm gonna take that and put it up. And I like to take my powder all the way up into my temple. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. And I'm gonna also take this powder and set under. Let me get this right quick. Can't take that. Okay, so I'm gonna go and take this powder and set underneath my lip. I mean, above my lip. Yeah. Underneath and my forehead. I'm gonna take a little bit and I'm going to bake on my nose. There we go. And then I'm gonna use this powder to set my forehead. Okay, so now for the rest of my face, I'm going to take my Fenty powder. And this is in the shade 450. And I'm just going to set my entire face. So it looks like this. I'm going to take a fluffy brush like this. And I also got this brush from Shein. And I'm just going to set all the other areas of my face. When I do my face, I don't always bake. I did the other day, and I thought it was okay. I usually bake, and I'm gonna take this powder and just go around the perimeter of my face, leaving the inside like it is. I'm gonna take the rest of the powder that is on my desk, and that's what I'm gonna bake with. So whatever is left, it's not that much. So I'm just gonna take some extra powder and put it right here. And then take the extra powder and do the same thing on the other side. And I'm just gonna bake a little bit. You do not have to bake. Bake is optional. It's not a need. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it right there. And I usually bake underneath my eyes, on my chin, and my forehead. But we're not gonna do that today. Just a little bit on my chin because I have a round face, so I like to put a little powder on my chin just to make it come up, you know. So for my contour, I'm gonna do 2 contours, a bronzer, and then a blush. For my first contour, I'm going to take my Juvia's Place bronzer palette in the shade Deep Dark, and I'm gonna contour my face first, contour my nose, and then I'm gonna add a darker contour just right here, and then a bronzer. But some of this is optional, so we're gonna get there first. So to do the nose, we're gonna take a brush just like this, and I'm going to just go on the sides of my nose. I like to do the powder on my nose because it's gonna show me how skinny my nose is gonna be at the end. So pay attention to the line in the middle. Well, the powder in the middle. It's gonna show you what shape your nose is gonna be at the end. And I'm still gonna blend that shade up into my eyebrows. And this is also what we're going to do our eyes with. So I'm gonna just take that same brush I used to blend out the contour on my nose, and I'm just gonna blend out that crease. And then I'm gonna take this brush and just in your fluffy brush, and I'm gonna start patting my eyeshadow on my eyelid closest to my lash line, and then I'm gonna build my way up. So I'm gonna start down here and then slowly work my way up towards my eye to blend it out. So I'm gonna place my eyeshadow down here and then blend the eyeshadow out. By the time I get up here, I'm not adding any extra eyeshadow, and then every time I add more eyeshadow, I still start closer to down here. Now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Just dab that onto my eyelid and then slowly start to work my way up. And then if you want a darker eyeshadow, you just go in with the darker eyeshadow and you do the same thing. Oh, it's still bad for a second. And you still want to take this color up towards the eyebrow because that is where we're going to put the contour. I mean, where we already contoured. Okay, so this is all we're doing for eyeshadow. All you need is your contour palette. That's all you need. Okay, so to powder contour my face, I'm going to take this brush I got from Shein. It's also coming apart. It looks like this. I'm going to take this top one. And I'm just going to go right where I put my powder contour. I'm just going to go over this side lightly. And remember, if you want to add more products or you want to have for more coverage, just make sure you add more products. But I'm going to take this right where I put that cream contour, and then I'm going to take it around my forehead. And this is the contour for our face. Now I'm going to take a slightly darker one. Thank you. I'll be trying. Okay, so for my darker contour, which is only I want to do sometimes, I don't do all the time, I'm going to use my Jordana contour. And I only use the cream when I'm doing full coverage. I don't use it when I'm doing light coverage because I got the wrong shade. So this is Tan Line Tease, and this is the way it looks. Like, it's super dark and I love it. I want to get all of these, especially for those super deep girls. This is amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and just place it on this part of my face. It's just the outside. I'm going to upload this to YouTube too. So I'm just going to place it around the outside of my my contour, just so it's on the outside of my face, and also just right here on my hairline, not anywhere in where I blend that first contour. I'm just going to take a little bit under my chin. I didn't do any foundation on my dark spots, so I'm just going to use this just to contour out my face a little bit. Something is up my nose. Let me see how I like this eyeshadow. Do I like this eyeshadow like this? Should we keep the eyeshadow like this, or should we go a little darker? Y'all let me know. Let me know if I should go a little darker. I do have a palette right here. My coffee shop palette from... Who is these folks? My coffee shop palette from Juvia's Place. So I can do a darker eye for y'all if y'all want me to. But this is just a natural eye. So it looks like this, which is great. I love it. So where am I in this routine? We're gonna do blush now. Actually, we're gonna take it. Do I want to do some more bronzer? Yeah, let's do a bronzer. So I'm gonna take Mocha Mommy and just add a little bit right above where I put that contour. Just a little bit. Just add a little bit of color back into my face. Just a little bit. And so now I'm gonna take this blush from MAC, and then it's the shade Pinch Me. I don't know if they still sell this because I've had this for quite a while. I've been using it for a while. But this is the shade. It's a really nice blush pink color, a little mauve. And I'm just going to place this right here onto my face. And I like it because it's easy to build up. It doesn't come out like a lot. So it's easy to blend. I like to make little faces while I'm doing my makeup, y'all. I gotta make sure everything be blended. I'm gonna dab this as well. I thought this was a mirror, I'm tripping. Okay, and now I'm gonna look in my mirror, and I'm just gonna make sure I like how much blush I have on before I move on to my next color. Cause I do use 2 color blushes, not all the time, but sometimes I like to. Okay, so my second blush, I'm gonna use Blushing palette from Girl Code Cosmetics, and it looks like this. And I'm gonna use this clear polish at the top. It's a purple, and I'm just gonna place that right there. And that's that. Well, it's a purple. And that's that on that. So I'm gonna add a little bit, whatever's left on my brush, to the tip of my nose. You don't have to, but I do. And now I'm gonna fill in my eyebrows. For my eyebrows, I'm gonna use my Morphe pencil, if I can find my Morphe pencil, in the shade Cold Brew, and this might be the wrong color, and it is. So I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use my Absolute Brow Pencil in the shade Smoke. This is like an OG pencil for me, so if y'all know, then you know. So now I'm just gonna fill in the tail end of my eyebrows. I'm not really gonna fill in the front part. I'm just gonna fill in the tail end. And I'm lightly filling in the top, and then the bottom, or the bottom then the top, and then filling in the space in the middle. There we go. So boom, that's it for my eyebrows. I don't really do too much. It's really simple. Okay, and I'm doing the same thing to the other side. I'm gonna go through and do the bottom line, and then I'm gonna do the top line, and then I'm gonna fill in the space. Okay, so this is just it for my eyebrows. I'm not doing too much, and I do want to shape up just one little part right here. Okay, and so this is how I'm gonna do my eyebrows. Okay, and now for my lashes. I'm gonna do my lashes, and then I'm gonna do everything else. So I'm just gonna take these really small lashes. I don't like my lashes to be too big because my eyes are small. I like to do the lashes based off how your eye shape is. So my lashes aren't too big. They just give me just enough on my eyes so that way they look pretty. That's all I need. I don't need too much. So I'm gonna measure out these first because they aren't, like, they're longer than my eyes. My bad. I'm just gonna measure them. Okay, so after I measure, I'm just gonna cut my lashes, and I cut from the outside, not the inside. If you cut from the inside, it's gonna change the shape of your eyelashes. You don't want to change the shape of your eyelash. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other one. Okay. And now I'm going to add some dual lash glue to the lash band first, because it's going to take longer to dry. I'll add it like this, like so. Y'all can't see that. I'm going to add it like this, like so. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my other lash. Yeah, I thought it was something going down my leg just now. I got a little scared. I'm still questioning because I did just feel something roll down my leg. I'm not losing it. So I'm gonna add lash glue to my lash band of my lashes, and I'm gonna add lash glue to my eyes. Y'all can ask me questions too. Make sure y'all comment in product list so I can remember to send y'all the product list when I get done. So now I'm going to add some lash glue to my lash line as close as possible. Anytime I do this on my client, I'll do this and then immediately have them open their eyes because you don't want to glue their eyes together. And sometimes it does happen. Some people be fine when you pull their lashes apart, but it can cause them to have watery eyes and you don't want to do that. So this is what my lashes look like after I put on the glue. And the blue line is going to turn clear. We all know how duo works, so it's not acting new around here. So now I'm going to take my black gel liner and I'm going to put this in the waterline of my eye. Woo. I'm going to do the other one. Oh shit, see? I went for it. Messed up some. I put it way too. It's okay. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna try to fix it. No guarantees though. Okay. So now, since we're here, I'm going to take my coffee shop palette still, and I'm gonna take that dark brown at the bottom, and I'm gonna blend out the lash line, and then I'm gonna do a darker color. So for the colors to blend out my lash line, I'm going to use, well, my waterline, I'm going to use this brown. And then I'm going to use this black closer to my line of my eye. So I'm going to take this brown first. And then I'm going to go right across my eye. You can either tap or swipe. Tapping is going to put the color on there more so you'll have more pigment. And swiping might look more blended depending on how you do it. Oh, I'm watching some of y'all. I forgot because I don't know if y'all heard the noise. What the fuck is yelling? Do the same thing to the other side. And this time I'll cover up that brown. Kind of make sure I cover that little black spot I put. So. Okay, so after that's done, I'm gonna take this darker shade, which is this shade right here. And I'm gonna try to get it on just the tip of my brush. And I'm gonna go closer to my lash line. Just to add some smoke, you don't have to add this part. If you like your eyes just like natural, you don't have to add any powder underneath. But I find adding eyeshadow underneath the eyes just make the eyes pop a little more, especially if you have like those brown hazel eyes. One of my ambassadors, Autumn, she has blue eyes. It just adds a little oomph to the eyes. It also makes your eyes seem a little bit wider because you have darkness around them. So now I'm going to take a little bit of that same eyeshadow and I'm going to go up as if I'm doing a line, like an eyeliner. So I'm just going to take this up on my eye. I'm just going to like extend the shape of my eye. I have like almondy shaped eyes, so I like to accentuate that line. There we go, because hey, that was looking crazy just now. So I wanted to make this look like it was going out a little bit, and that's how that's gonna go, like that. Boop. So when I add my lashes, it's gonna just look more. I don't know, it's gonna add a little oomph to it. Okay, so that's that for that. Now we're gonna add some mascara, and then I'm gonna, is it dry? Yeah, I'm gonna apply my lashes and then move on to my lips. And for my mascara, I'll do my bottom lash line first and then my top. You want to do your bottoms first because if you look up, you'll get some mascara. Like if you do your top first, you look up to do your bottoms, you're gonna get mascara on your eyelid. Especially if you have long lashes, and I just don't have time to test that. Okay, and then I'm gonna just coat the bottoms of my lashes. My lashes have been growing because I gave my extensions a break. So let's yay for the growth on our lashes. Cause bitch, they were looking real gone. They were looking real gone. Well, I think I'm losing it. I think I'm just losing my mind. But if y'all see me jump, just know it's a spider. We went to New Orleans for a few days, and it's like ever since I got back, I don't know if a spider egg hatched somewhere in my freaking house or something. But the spiders is everywhere, and it don't do spiders now. Don't do spiders. They little spiders. So you know, if you have a bunch of little spiders, an egg has hatched somewhere. We learned that on Charlotte's Web, boo. We learned that from Charlotte. Yeah. Okay, so if you don't like wearing lashes, you can stop here. Sometimes I don't wear lashes, and I'll just go over my my mascara like 3-4 times, and then it'll be done. But we're gonna put lashes on today, and I forgot some lip liner. I knew I was forgetting something, so we're gonna do that too. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lashes. Most of the time I have on extensions anyway. And then I'm gonna take my tweezers, and I'm just gonna push my lashes into my false lashes. There we go. So now you're not gonna be able to see a line where my lashes are. Okay, so that's that. I'm just really surprised this lash came on that easy, because I have trouble putting on this one. And now we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. And I really want to take this glove off now because I have trouble putting on my lashes with gloves though. I can do everything with glove on except put on my lashes. Okay, so now I have that one on successfully. What the fuck? I couldn't put these lashes on this good before, which is crazy because I was in a rush. So now I'm gonna just do the same thing I did to the other eye and push them together. If you have an eyelash curler, you can just curl them up with your eyelash curler. Okay, so now y'all, this is it. This is the look they were doing. So I did forget my lip liner, and although it's just in the other room, I don't feel like going to go get it. So we're going to use our Jordana. So crazy, it didn't come on. Oh yeah, I do. We're going to use my Jordana bronzer duo in the shade Tan Line Tease, and we're going to use this to do our lips. That's what we're doing. So I always start off with clean lips. Clean my lips off. And I'm going to use my Jordana to line my lips. Not overline my lips. You don't have to if your lips are nice and plump and you like the way they are. You don't have to overline, but I like to overline. And boom, then that side is done. Now that side is done. And now I'm gonna do the other side too. I don't really like using the contours for a lip liner because they just be too creamy. Like, they blend out too much. The one thing about lip liner, like, you want it to be creamy, but you don't want it to be too creamy or to go everywhere. Now, we're gonna do our Cupid's bow. And also it's like, I don't know, it's like it's too much. I can't control it, so I overline my lips too much every time. Like I overline this side too much, but it's not no going back. We can't go back now. We are here. We are ready. Okay, so now I'm just blending the inside a little bit. And I'm gonna wipe off whatever excess I have on here, so it's not a lot or nothing on here. Actually, I'm just gonna take something else. So I'm gonna take this little brush and I'm just blend this out. And this is the lip liner. Now, if you wanted to stay down a little bit, you could always go over with some powder, which is what I'm gonna do. And just like you set your motherfucking head, go through and set this. And then I'm still gonna go through it with lip gloss and stuff. So after this is set, it's gonna look like this, nice and pretty. For my lips today, I'm gonna use Milkshake from Too Faced. I'm gonna apply this to my bottom lip, and then I'm gonna pat my lips together and transfer it to the top of my lip. Just like that. I always say pat together, make a little pop sound. And blend out the edges. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I like this. I like this. I like this. What y'all feel about this lip? I like this lip. I always do my lips like this. I can't help it. I'm uploading this one to YouTube, so I will be uploading this to YouTube. Y'all don't have to worry. Y'all did not miss it. Yeah. So I don't have any clear lip gloss with me. And if y'all love me, I can't do my lips without no clear lip gloss. So what are we gonna do? Should I go with it? Or should I figure out something else to put on top? What are we gonna do? So I'm gonna be right back, and I'm gonna go get some clear lip gloss because I just can't live without my clear lip gloss. It's actually in my closet, so give me a second. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my lips. This is my lip gloss, but I'm still not gonna put it on my lips because I want it to be precise. I'm gonna take the tip of my clear lip gloss and I'm just go around my lips like this, like so. I'm gonna do the same thing to the bottom, like this, like so. Okay, for my lip gloss, I'm gonna do like a natural-ish gloss. I'm gonna use my TBB Beauty in the shade 16, and I'm gonna take this on the middle of my lip. And I like my lips like this, but I'm actually gonna take another one and just brighten up the middle. There we go. This is the lip. I'm gonna blend a little bit more. I can see like right here. Okay, so that's my lip, and now we're gonna dust off my under eye. I'm gonna use this. I'm just gonna pat it in. Pat it in, pat it in. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. And then I'm gonna do the middle and the rest of what's on my chin. Oh God, I thought I forgot, what the hell is that? I thought I forgot highlighter. Oh my God. So I'm just gonna go through with my bronzer brush. I'm not gonna add anything on there. I'm just using whatever's left to add whatever back to my face. And this is the face before we set it. I'm just gonna go in on my forehead again, just to make sure that's blended, because after I start setting, I do like 3 different setting sprays. After I start setting, there's no going back. There's absolutely no going back on this. So for my first setting spray, I'm going to use the Handy Dandy Morph Continuous Setting Spray. It's almost gone, but I have like 16 in there, so it's good. Okay. After that, I'm going to take my fan and I'm going to dry my face. Okay, so after my face is dry from this layer, I'm gonna dry it a little bit more. I don't even like to play like that. I had some paper towels, I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know what I did with them. But I know I can, oh, they right here. I've been looking for these this whole time. So now, I'm just gonna dry my face. Dry my face. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. Take my highlighter. This is the Juvia's Place highlighter in Royalty 2. I've had this forever. It's their loose highlighter. And it lasts forever because I only use like what's on the lid. And I barely use what's on the lid. So I'm gonna take this brush. Actually, it's probably a little too big for my nose. I'm gonna take this one. And I'm just gonna tap off the excess and put some on my nose. And this is just gonna add a little bit of extra to the tip. And then I'm gonna add some to the bridge of my nose and a little bit on my forehead. And then I'm gonna add a little bit to the corners of my eyes right here. And I'm gonna blend it out so it's not so shiny. Just give me a second. You can also do like a white right there if you want to. Do anything to open up your eyes and inside. Okay, and then after that, I'm gonna use my Bloodline Beauty Make It Last Fixer Spray. And then after that, I know y'all don't know this bottle because it's like not the bottle, but in this is my barrier spray from Ben Nye. This is what I put on my face anytime I have any SFX or my prom girls, anything you want to last forever. This final seal, it's gonna do that. It's gonna seal it in forever. That look I posted earlier when I went to New Orleans, I was on Burger Street. That was actually probably about 5 hours after I had put my makeup on. And for me, for that to look good at 5 hours is very, 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 very good, because baby, my oils be making me want to just wipe everything off my face. So we're gonna take this barrier spray, and I'm gonna spray a lot on the face. I always warn my clients that it's gonna feel like their face is sort of suctioned together. If you can't get the Ben Nye barrier spray, which you can just get off of Amazon, the Revolution spray is really good as well. I really like the Revolution spray. So we're gonna just spray this all over. And it sort of gives mouthwash, so you want to make sure that you warn your clients. Yeah, but like it's really strong, kind of smell like mouthwash, a little minty. Just don't pay attention to it. Now I'm gonna take my, and this is what I mean, like this can make anything stick to your face. Y'all look, the barrier spray don't play. Let me see what I can stick up though. Nah, that ain't gonna stick. I had to freshly spray that shit up there. Almost. Okay, now my eyes are starting to water, so I'm gonna give it a break. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna press everything into my skin. And make sure y'all comment and product list by the end of this video so I know to send y'all the product list. I'm gonna make a post later, but I mean, y'all might as well just go ahead and comment so I know. Okay, y'all. And this is it. This is like my quick, well, not my, well, okay. It's a lot while I'm explaining, but I really can do this face in like 20 minutes because I'm not doing layers and layers and layers and layers of different makeup. I'm just gonna go over my nose again. It's just to dull that down a little bit. But yeah, this is it. Oh, girl, I like your name too. Girl, yeah, I'm a tourist. My birthday was last week. May 1st. My birthday is the rest of the month because my birthday is the first of the month. Already lasts all month. All month. If I didn't have to work every fucking weekend, I'd be out. I'm just looking through, make sure I answered all the comments. If y'all have any comments or anything I want to ask, y'all can go ahead and ask me now for in the live, and then I'm gonna upload it to YouTube later. Make sure y'all comment product list on this video, or y'all comment product list on my post I made earlier, or y'all comment product list on the YouTube when I upload it, because I'm probably gonna go ahead and upload it now, and then that way y'all can go through and comment on it, because I really don't have to put nothing behind it but some music. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm trying to go live every week, so I will be going live probably every once a week or twice a week, now that I have the means to do so. Yeah, but I had to set up this little section, little vanity first before I could do anything. Oh, happy early birthday, girl. Early birthday, right? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's early birthday because my boyfriend's birthday is on the 9th when you reach the age. So yeah, and I do add some dots around my face with my eyeliner, but I didn't bring it in here with me, and I'm not gonna go get it because I do have moles on my face. And also a trick, if y'all have a pimple, put a mole there. You got a pimple, put a mole. Pop a mole on your face. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Thank you, girl. Okay, let me take this hair down and try to do something with it. Try to do something. It's something about you, girl. Okay. I'm gonna show you to get it together. There we go. This is my hair. Now Jemiah did my hair. I'll make sure I tag her when I post my pictures later. Make sure y'all go follow my girl. Tell her I sent you. Please tell her I sent you. Yeah. I'm gonna like it this way. Okay, that's it. I really love my hair. Do I get my scissors right here? I'll be having to cut these as my curls drop. Okay, y'all. See y'all next time.